Welcome to Glasgow Airport. To help each other travel safely, we ask that all passengers should follow this advice.
With the relaxation of COVID-19 measures in Scotland, international travel for leisure has been on the rise. But it's not as easy as it used to once be. Between passenger locator forms, pricey PCR tests, and volatile lists of countries that can and cannot be entered, is travelling abroad this year really worth the hassle?
We talked to Scottish holidaymaker Alan Deacon, who is currently visiting Washington, D.C. in the United States, about what it's like to travel post-COVID.
You need a lot more paperwork before you go on a trip. Like I know in the past, you would just basically show up with your passport and book and reference, but now you need negative COVID tests, proof of vaccinations. You have to wear a mask all the time on the planes and in the airport. So that's pretty hard, especially if you're on like a long commute. If you travel at the moment, something you'll find is websites tell you different things, so it can be quite hard to figure out what you need and what you have to do. I basically just have to have proof that I'm fully vaccinated. I have to complete a passenger locator form, which is basically where I've been in the past couple of weeks. And then I have a day 2 COVID test, which I'd never heard of, but it basically seems like when I arrive back in Scotland, I need to take a test within 2 days of arriving and submit that to the government.
So, despite all of this hassle, do you think it was worth traveling during such a transitionary period in the pandemic?
I think it depends what you're traveling for. If you're going purely for like just a holiday, like just to get away, it maybe isn't worth it at the moment. On the other hand, I think if you're traveling to, see someone or a family member, whoever, who you haven't been able to see for a very long time because of restrictions, then I think it's 100% worth it. It seems more daunting when you read about all the stuff you have to do online, but when you're at the airport, it's really not too hard. It's just you have to weigh up whether you want to go through that process and maybe pay, money for tests and things. Is it worth it for a holiday or, whatever you're going for?
It is clear to see just how much COVID-19 has impacted the process of traveling, but it seems that these changes are going to be something travelers need to adapt to for the foreseeable future.